Opening log is Ken chowing down on the chicken sandwich.
Hey there, this is Ken with his half ice cream milkshake, and we're in the Burger King on the way to Poland in Newcastle. I ain't gonna clue what anybody's saying. They've caught me unaware, but I don't really care. I'm not camera shy. I've got Ken here with his multicolored top on, matching multicolored top as well to go with it.
Go and interview Steve.
Are you colourblind or something, Kevin?
Hello guys. James. So, how are you feeling so far about your trip to Poland?
Bored.
Bored?
Yeah. I want to get on.
Well, we're flying in the aeroplane because we've got stuff to bribe now.
Yeah.
We're losing all our stuff.
Yeah. We saved our ass so bad. Lisa's anyway.
Can you explain to everyone at home what Lisa did?
Well, she basically left her passport in the arcade.
After saying
Along with her umbrella. We saved the whole trip.
So the only error so far is Lisa's forgetting a passport. Do you care to comment on that, Lisa?
I've got to just check in and see how vigilant the students are.
Aye, all planned.
That's the test. The passport test.
Unagi. Go on.
We're just at Auschwitz 1 now. We're just outside the punishment block, and we've just had a 1 minute silence just out here. This is what was called the Wall of Death, and they used to bring prisoners out here for executions. They used to strip them naked and march them out here in front of all these soldiers and the other prisoners, and they used to shoot them in the back of the head. And this grave bit here, this is the only bit of original wall, but I think originally it was much bigger, but this is the bit that's left.
Question about the gallows.
Yeah, I think we were somewhere around here, or maybe over there. There were gallows, but obviously much of that's been destroyed now by the SS before they were liberated. This is where the standing cells are.
So the punishment rooms are.
Yeah, this is the punishment block. There's the starvation cells and the dark cells.
Okay, so we've just been round one of the gas chambers in Auschwitz 1, and we got to see the actual chambers where the prisoners were put and the holes where they would used to drop the cyclone gas in. It took about 20 minutes before all the prisoners died from suffocation. In the room that we've just come out of, you saw a number of giant ovens that were recreated exactly as they were in the time, which were used to burn obviously the dead bodies once they'd suffocated. Before that happened, all the gold teeth, any jewellery, anything of any value was removed and then shipped off to Germany, to the Reich.
Right, just to the left here you can see a three bed bunk which housed up to 10 prisoners at a time, so there were also 3 or 4 prisoners on each level squashed up, and they slept on straw sacks and they used the shoes as pillows.
Also ursprünglich jede Baracke.
We're at Auschwitz I, our guy talked about Rudolf Hess, and I've mentioned him already as well. He was what's known as the commandant of Auschwitz, so he was essentially he was in charge, and he didn't start off in charge, he was gradually promoted through the ranks. He started off as an SS soldier and he worked at Dachau, which was a concentration camp in Germany. He got transferred to Auschwitz I, and gradually became promoted up through the ranks and became the commandant of Auschwitz. Okay. Now he describes in his autobiography that he says that he never actually hated the Jews, and he tries to express some sort of resolve for what he's done, and he claims that he now realises that it was all a big mistake. But whether or not you can truly believe his words at that point, at the point he was writing his autobiography, he'd just had his trial and he'd been sentenced to death. So this was a couple of months before his execution, and you saw where he was hanged in Auschwitz I. But here's what I want you to understand is sort of, you've seen all the things that went on here, and I want you to try and understand how people could have gone through with that, and I'm talking about the soldiers and the leaders and you know, the higher ranks of the SS. Why did they do that? Certainly a lot of them will have been sadistic and got a lot of pleasure out of what they did, like Joseph Mengele, the doctor who carried out those experiments. And there were a lot of people who I genuinely believe myself were just born evil. But I don't believe that everyone was like that, and Hess didn't believe he was like that. He, you could say, is a classic example of the authoritarian personality that he studied last year. He had a really strict upbringing from a father who drilled into him the importance of respect for authority and obedience, and these were principles that he really, really adhered to. He had quite a strong religious and military background, and by the time he was promoted to commandant of the SS, you know, these things were really deeply ingrained within his personality, and he would essentially, although he claimed he never hated the prisoners, he would have done anything and he would have given out any orders to make sure that the system was running smoothly and to make sure that the hierarchy was in place and that, you know, everything went to the word, everything went according to his orders. So he believed that everyone below him should obey his orders, and that he in turn had to...
I mean, I'm quite shocked. I did try and prepare myself as much as possible for it, but I don't think anything can prepare you for that.
Was it like you expected, or...?
No, I didn't know what to expect, so I didn't really expect much.
Right, Kevin, any questions? How do you feel after just leaving Auschwitz?
It was interesting. It was a good history lesson, a good psychological lesson as well. It really let you perceive the minds of the Jewish people as they must have gone through this horrible event and been tricked by the horrible Germans.
Feel, guys, having left?
Better now. It was quite disturbing.
Why did you find it disturbing?
Just that some people could do that and like wipe out that many people like that.